extra time.
कहावत है हिंदी में जो कहते हैं गरीबी में आटा एग्जैक्टली श्रीलंकन टीम के साथ इस वक्त यही हो रहा है। एक तो उनके पास इनफ प्लेयर्स नहीं है जो इंटरनेशनली क्वालिफाई कर पाए, लेकिन साथ ही उनके कुछ प्लेयर्स बाय बॉल ब्रीच करने के लिए ऑलरेडी घर भेज दिए गए। तो ये इससे अच्छा एग्जाम्पल और नहीं हो सकता था। वेलकमिंग यू टू एक्स्ट्रा टाइम लाइव। मेरा नाम है अभिषेक एंड आज बहुत सारे लोग हैं हमारे पास। एज यूजुअल सिद्धार्थ लाई एंड ही इज एसोसिएटेड विद द राजस्थान रॉयल टीम एंड यूके में भी काफी काम किया है। टेक्निकली एकदम एक्सपर्ट है ये। दूसरे सिद्धार्थ जो है वो भोपाल से हमारे साथ ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं एंड ऑफ कोर्स इनका भी इंट्रिंसिक नॉलेज है गेम का। देवाशीष दा एक और शख्स है जो कि कोलकाता से ही है। ये भी गेम को अपने नजर से देखते हैं। ही इज ऑलवेज विद अ कैप सो ही इज फोकस्ड ऑलवेज। एंड साथ में ज्वाइन श्रीलंका से हमारे दोस्त ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं एंड आई वेलकम यू सर। हाउ आर यू all the way from Sri Lanka?
Fine, Abhishek. Though I am Revata, the screen will. I'm logging on to a different account, so I beg your pardon for that. I'm Revata from the morning newspaper in Sri Lanka.
Right. Okay.
Hello.
Okay, Revata sir, welcoming you again.
Thank you.
So we'll start with Siddhartha. I mean, ये कंपटीशन पहली बात क्या बराबर का होगा, क्योंकि हमें तो ऑपोजिशन टीम चाहे जैसे भी हो, हमें अपने नेक्स्ट जनरेशन या फ्यूचर जनरेशन प्लेयर्स ढूंढने हैं। तो ये कंपटीशन क्या सही होगा उन्हें एक्सेस करने के लिए, या थोड़ा और बेहतर होता तो और बेहतर होता?
देखो, इट्स अ गेम ऑफ क्रिकेट, बोथ आर इंटरनेशनल साइड्स और श्रीलंका के जो प्लेयर्स हैं उनके लिए ये अपॉर्चुनिटी है, उनके जो यंगस्टर्स हैं उनके लिए अपॉर्चुनिटी है टू कम गुड इन टर्म्स ऑफ द इंटरनेशनल सीन। अगर आप देखोगे कोई भी बड़ा प्लेयर, you look at, if you look at Sri Lankan cricket, you look at Sangakkara, you look at Mahela, and you go back Chaminda Vaas, then you go further, Aravinda De Silva, Arjuna Ranatunga, जितने भी श्रीलंका के बड़े प्लेयर्स हुए हैं सब पहले दिन तो बड़े नहीं हो गए भाई। एक सीनियर टीम में एक जूनियर प्लेयर ही आता है और वो आके अपने आप को इंटरनेशनल सीन में अपने आप का खुद का प्रेजेंस वो छोड़ता है इंटरनेशनल सीन में। सो आई थिंक इट विल बी अ ग्रेट अपॉर्चुनिटी फॉर द श्रीलंकन बॉयज टू कम गुड इन दिस टूर and prove their talent, because I don't think so there is any shortage of talent in the Asian subcontinent. I really don't think so. If you look at India, if you look at Sri Lanka, if you look at Pakistan, Bangladesh, look boss, we only play one sport, that is cricket. तो talent तो है, उसमें कोई दौरा नहीं है। ये बिलीफ का बात है। अभी ये हमारे बच्चे जो हैं उनमें बिलीफ ज्यादा है, शायद इनके थोड़ा कम है। अब आया इंडियन प्लेयर्स के लिए, उनके लिए ये मैच है। ये कोई नहीं देखता कि तुमने परफॉर्म कैसे किया और किसके साथ किया। लोग हमेशा परफॉर्मेंस देखते हैं। जब बांग्लादेश नई सीन में आई थी इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट में, जो बंदे ने जाके वहां 100 बनाया, वहां स्टैट्स में नहीं लिखा रहता है कि दिस वाज नॉट अ वेरी गुड टीम, वो 100 ही लिखा रहता है। सो फॉर इंडियन प्लेयर्स, दे हैव टू कम गुड अगेंस्ट whatever opposition they've got. They have to prove it. Basically the game is of one ball. कोई भी bowler अच्छा ball डाल सकता है, batsman can get out. Similarly, it's the other way around. Any batter can hit a 6 or a 4. So I think Indian players वैसे नहीं देखेगी. They will take it as an opportunity to go out and perform and show their skills. और ये श्रीलंकन की जो players हैं, young players हैं, it's a massive opportunity for them to come out and express themselves and play some sort of a fearless band of cricket. Sometimes when you are pushed to the wall, the best comes out. They have nothing to lose. See, India will still be under pressure, because if India lose, सब बोलेंगे ये कैसे श्रीलंका के साथ इंडिया हार गई. So the pressure will be on the Indian team to keep performing well. Sri Lanka doesn't have the pressure. They are at the moment underdogs in this sort of series. They just need to go out the express and play.
Right. We'll move on to the other सिद्धार्थ भाई. सिद्धार्थ भाई, ये टूर में क्या हम लोग से ज्यादा फायदा श्रीलंका टीम को होने वाला है?
I mean, again, see, without belittling the Sri Lankan team, I will just say one thing. Sri Lanka are worthy opponents. Let us make no mistake about it. They have won all. They are the only one of the 4 teams to won all major ICC trophies. So it is not as if the Sri Lankan team currently are under a transition phase. मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ, in the sense that too many good players went at the same time. Now the England situation has not helped Sri Lanka at all. The 3 players, matlab Niroshan Dickwella, Kusal Mendes, Danushka Gunatilaka, all were upcoming stars. Mendes in particular was an established name, Kusal Mendes. But unfortunately, his indiscipline again came in the way. And I don't know what the local media in Sri Lanka are saying, but they're looking at a lengthy ban because the biobubble breach was severe. There are plenty of distractions. But as Siddharth said, this might give them an opportunity to say, okay, we have hit rock bottom. We are like, our backs are to the wall. Let us just go out and express ourselves. The young bunch of Sri Lankan talent, I mean, अगर आप श्रीलंका क्रिकेट के बारे में जानते हो, they have got such a huge provisional school level cricket going on that dearth of talent is never an issue. It is just the right amount of exposure and the right method of utilizing the talent pool. That is what is one of Sri Lanka's challenge. So in this series, they'll be given opportunities now, and we hope that Sri Lanka builds a talent pool from this series. उसके बाद जो है इंडिया का देखिए, हम लोगों का तो टैलेंट पूल है ही, इट्स अ ह्यूज टैलेंट पूल. They will also get an opportunity कि okay, we have got some international cricket. So दोनों sides will go for their best. हाँ, but India will start favorites because see, 2017 also we tour watched Sri Lanka. In 2018 we dumped them out the Nidahas Trophy also along with Bangladesh. So yes, momentum is with India. But do not ever count out Sri Lanka because they can produce upsets. I mean, I have to really hesitate in saying that word, producing upsets. They are a great team.
Right. Rajita sir, what is the update on the players who have breached the bio bubble? And are you looking at a lengthy ban, or the board looking at a lengthy ban, or it will be a short one? Sir, can you hear me?
Abhishek, you're asking from me?
Yeah.
Can you repeat, Abhishek?
Yeah. I'm asking the question like, is the board looking at a lengthy ban for the players who have breached the bio bubble, or will it be a short one? What are the reports? What are the updates?
The 3 players who returned to Sri Lanka yesterday. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, the 3 players who returned to Sri Lanka in the morning yesterday, they are still under quarantine in Negombo. So it will take some time to start the inquiry, and we are waiting for the outcome of the inquiry at the moment. So the opinion, the public opinion, the media is, I would say, the worst we have seen in Sri Lanka during our lifetime. For instance, Abhishek, I saw one web post or a Facebook post made by one of the fans here, saying there is a breaking news on TV that the Sri Lanka national team returning from England to Sri Lanka while entering the Indian Ocean has gone missing. So they have lost contacts with the plane. So the massive audience is cheering like they have won a football match, and the people come to the town and they fire crackers and they celebrate. So this is symbolically unbelievable, Abhishek. In Sri Lanka, we have been following cricket for a long time, and we have seen and read the cricket of Sri Lanka, which has around about over 100-year history, and that history is slowly developing. It's an evolving history. Now what we see through the last 10-15 years is a slide, is a gradual deterioration. So we are, as Siddharth said, is a rock bottom situation. This is the worst that we have seen, and this three people's disciplinary breach, it's not merely a breach of the biosecurity bubble. It's something beyond that. You and I can understand. Three players, highly unlikely that they will come out to have a smoke 11:30 in the night just to have a cigarette, coming out of the hotel with risking everything. It's not mere breach of the bubble. It's beyond that. Now, for instance, we have to be very realistic in this situation. Kusal Mendis, there were a lot of allegations. Hit and run allegation was there about 2 years ago, roughly. And Danushka Gunatilaka had a series of allegations, disciplinary breach. He had been advised by the cricket board for going for consultation of the psychiatrists after a brawl in Matara. A set of fans has allegedly have assaulted him for certain situation. So these are very we haven't heard of these things before. So I think this is a very broad discussion how Sri Lankan cricket has fallen to this level. It's a gradual development. I would summarize it this way. Since 2000 onwards, say for the last 2 decades, there was a lot of money came into the game, unprecedented amount of money, because the game changed and the players became for the first time professional. I would say the post 96 World Cup team is the first professional cricket outfit in Sri Lanka. Say even Arjuna Ranatunga's team, they had to work in the morning in their banks or in their offices and then come to afternoon practices. They were not professionals. The money was not, the money was scarce those days. After TV rights and everything came in, they became professional, the money came in, and most importantly, this is identical Sri Lankan situation. I can't understand how this is happening in India or any other country. A new social class entered the Sri Lankan national team. Far off villages, rural Mahavidyalayas, rural schools, central schools. Basically, it was Colombo centered, St. Thomas's College, Royal College, then Arjuna, Aravind and all from Colombo centered Sinhala Buddhist schools. They were representing a different social class. Now, the players, majority of players who came after 2000 onwards, they are all from the outstations because of that breakthrough made by the World Cup winning team. Those players needed to be highly disciplined. They should be guided in the right manner to face the realities of the present cricket world, the professional cricket world. Now we see the Indian team, though they are also very rich, they maintain a certain discipline and they do their job. They are thorough professionals. Here we don't have the professionals. We have the money. We have the recognition, popularity gained by their predecessors or the previous generations of cricketers. They are harvesting. They are making use of it. The present set of cricketers, but they are not professional enough to maintain that, and we are seeing the worst outcome of this development. This is highly sociological, economic, and at the same time beyond cricket. This lead a lot of time, probably 5-10 years time, to make a sort of a change. To your question, it's for the moment it's very much difficult to say how long they will ban, and the public pressure and the media pressure is very much for them to give a long ban, at least beyond the World Cup, and at least for, say, the public will be, I would say, reading the public opinion, they will see, they would like to see the end of the careers of these three people.
That's a very strong statement. End of careers of these three people. Now,
Abhishek, I'm again referring to that the aeroplane incident. We haven't seen in our lifetime that people wish whole set of Sri Lanka national team going into the Indian Ocean with the entire aeroplane. We haven't. It's something making the mindset that is forming that post to the public coming to that level indicates it's not a joke. It's something extremely pathetic, because as I don't know about the Indians, this is the only passion that we have. This is our only national identity. We don't have anything else to raise our national Lions flag in the world. We don't have anything. We don't have big time Olympians. We don't have any major economy. We are not an economic superpower, and we have only ugly things to show: civil war, riots, bomb blasts, everything else. But this is the only positive identity that we have then, and we are destroying that.
And carrying forward from his point, I mean, if I have to carry forward his point, can you believe it? Unfollow cricketers. There was a trend, and it was all directed towards the Sri Lankan cricket team. I mean, these are very unprecedented times, and as a Sri Lankan follower, as a fan who have been following for the past 25 years, it's very, very sad about the current situation there. It's very, very sad.
Right, it is indeed sad and quite emotional from Rwanda sir as well, and strong statement. There's a technical question. I'll come to you, Siddhartha, but I need to include Devashita as well very quickly. When the public बात में interest हो दे, तो बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है सारी चीजें ये करना, देवशिता।
Yeah, बिल्कुल अभिषेक, अगर if you lose the public support, means it's a damaging effect on you, means on your game. और यही हो रहा है जो सिद्धार्थ ने कहा। कल एक परसों से एक सोशल मीडिया ट्रेंड हम फॉलो कर रहे थे, अनफॉलो द श्रीलंकन क्रिकेटर्स, स्पेशली Guna Tilaka and Kushal Mendis and Dikwela. So this is something uncalled for. Even they were saying that just unfollow the social media accounts of these players. So I think nowadays social media has grown very stronger. Means you think if you take the instance of Indian cricketers, means they are followed massively. See, Virat Kohli has been followed by 131 lakh people. So that is huge. Means so I think this is something very totally uncalled for. I think the point that was raised by Mr. Rewata was rightly so, because nowadays mostly the cricketers are coming from outside Colombo, and they need to be educated. They need to be disciplined, because they are representing their country. It is something a matter of honor and pride. Means you cannot just bring the game to disrepute. So that is all. Because I think Sri Lankan Cricket Board needs to take a strong action to set a example.
Right, which is what brings out my next question. मैं पर हिंदी में पूछूंगा, इंग्लिश में भी बोला for Rewata sir's उनके लिए। सिद्धार्थ भाई आपके लिए भी है, सिद्धार्थ भाई आपके लिए भी सवाल है। How do you control cricketers, I mean, who are going a bit off the road? Secondly, what does the Sri Lankan board now do?
Okay, so
Sri Lankan board ऐसे cricketers को control कैसे करें?
So I'll try and say in both English and Hindi on this. I think we have to first of all understand, as Rewata was saying, why is this happening to Sri Lankan cricket? And I think the problem there is a little bit with the way the board has functioned in Sri Lanka in the past few years. I'll tell you where the problem has come. You have Sachin, Saurav, then you had VVS, Sehwag, Dravid. And when you have a pool like that, that pool will stay for a considerable period of time occupying a particular position in a team because of the talent. Sachin, Saurav, Lakshman, Dravid, Sehwag जब किसी भी टीम में रहेंगे तो 5 साल 7 साल वो जगह बंद हो जाएगा दूसरों के लिए। तो बोर्ड को ये सोचना है कि वो जो कंटेम्पररी, अगर आप सोचोगे उस टाइम में there were cricketers like Amol Mazumdar who didn't play for India. तो वो एक सेक्शन ऑफ प्लेयर्स का लाइफ नहीं आता है इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट because these guys occupy that. So both them needs to think of a transition of 5-6 years down the line about the youth. Okay? Sri Lanka had the same situation. When the Ranatungas and De Silvas retired, look at the two players. I'm going to name you 4 players. Sangakkara, Jayawardena, Chaminda Vas, Muralidharan. 4 players. They're as big as any other cricketer in the world, boss. I have very close association with Sangakkara. This was my first year with him. The level in which he talks, uska jo level hai, the player he is, I think he is one of the underrated geniuses. Agar aap us tarah se sochoge. Now, that's all great for Sri Lankan cricket. But they've never thought who after these stalwarts. And what they had to do was they all left at the same time. अगर आप इंडियन क्रिकेट का देखोगे, सबसे पहले सौरव, उसके बाद लक्ष्मण, उसके बाद द्रविड, उसके बाद लास्ट में सचिन. Yes or no? That never happened here.
Yes.
Kumar, Mahela, Murali, they all left together, and they created this void that to fill into the boots of these guys, boss, is impossible. So what would have happened is one guy they would say, okay, he goes first, another person comes in. Yeah, Huani. That didn't happen. So there's a lull. There's a lack of talent now. There's a pool. Suddenly you were right there and you're right here because the transition has happened. Virat Kohli, brilliant transition. Ajinkya Rahane, brilliant transition. That didn't happen here. Number one. Last but not least, mistakes are made by every cricketer in the world. Vaughan, Ponting, you look at it, you can take hundreds of names. Why should I, every other, Hardik Pandya comes on a show, says something stupid. These things happen. But structurally, you have to look up at someone in the team. So when Virat comes in, he looks up at Sachin. He looks up at Dravid, right? Where do these young Sri Lankan players look up now? Was the scandal going on when Sangakkara and Jayawardena were there? No. Because even if they were indisciplined, they had somebody to look up to. Abhi wo look up to factor gaya hai. So I think Sri Lanka now needs to go back a little bit the West Indies route. Whether they lose, whether they win is not important. They need to pick talented kids, but they need to have a new, fresh identity who come in, and say, right, this is the mode of cricket we're going to play. These are the model cricketers. They also definitely need to involve some of these stalwarts, and take their brain, boss, and that's where I think they will make a difference to a cricket. But mistakes hota hai sabse. It's how you come out of it. You can't say that big players have not made mistakes. Of course they've made mistakes. But it's whether the board is strong enough to actually give them a punishment. I agree. This is a breach. So this breach, they should have done 6 months, 1 year. And they learn from it. That doesn't mean it's the end of the world for them. They learn from it and they want to come back. If they still can't do it, then boss, there's a problem and you have to get rid of those players.
Right. Siddharth.
See, if you have to control indiscipline, there has to be a strong deterrent. Like, for example, Shane Warne failed a drugs test. In any other system, you would not want to risk Shane Warne going out. But boss, Australia had to set an example. They banned Warne for a year. From the World Cup, imagine. And it happened even in Sandpaper Gate. Smith, Warner, Bancroft. It was indiscipline brought about by that toxic culture of winning which was imposed on them by Cricket Australia. So the deterrent was strong. Kusal Mendis, for example, as Revata said, There was hit and run case against him. Dhanushka Gunatilaka has had lot of incidences of assault, complaints against him. If this time they don't make a strong deterrent, then I'm sorry, boss, indiscipline will happen. Hardik Pandya के भी केस में आप देख लीजिए. He was banned for 6 months for those comments that he made. But I'll have to admit, under immense arm twisting, the BCCI was like, okay, it's done. Because it came at the Me Too movement. That also we have to understand. Mohammad Amir, Salman Butt, Mohammad Asif, that indiscipline culture is there in every team that is around. Wasn't it available in Ben Stokes, Alex Hales? Strong deterrent. Yes.
Strong deterrent. अभी श्रीलंका को strong deterrent करना है इसके लिए.
Yes.
उनको ये कहना है कि if you want to be in the Sri Lankan national team, you need to have certain protocols have to be followed. Listen,
Absolutely.
There will always be your maverick cricketers. Boss, the innings which Kevin Peterson played against South Africa, I watched it live. Dale Steyn was bowling at 145 to 150, the form of his life. He was stepping out, hitting him over long on for 6 balls. I've never seen an innings like that. वो जो 100 बनाया था, वैसा 100 मैंने देखा ही नहीं लाइफ में. ठीक है?
Genius.
लेकिन इंग्लिश बोर्ड ने उसकी क्रिकेट को वहीं बंद कर दिया. कौन राइट है, कौन रॉन्ग है, ये मैं नहीं जा रहा हूँ. उसने एक कमेंट किया था एंड्रू स्ट्राउस के अगेंस्ट में टू फेलो साउथ अफ्रीकन्स कि किस तरह से स्ट्राउस को आउट किया जा सकता है. ये बात इज गुड इनफ कि वो केविन पीटरसन को बंद कर सकते हैं. तो ये तो इनके लिए भी होना चाहिए. तब जाके the next generation of Sri Lankan cricketers will understand that there is no mercy for unprofessional behavior. And that's where the professionalism comes.
Indeed.
Okay, Revata sir, let's look at the...
Thing. Okay, do you not think Suresh Raina is important for CSK?
Yes.
Indeed.
Boss, you take any other player, Suresh Raina is a massive factor for CSK over the years. CSK lost the tournament in Dubai. They were like number 7, right? Suresh Raina didn't play a single match, boss. And that's the call you take.
Right. Revata sir, looking at the reconstructional side of things, a little bit brighter side of things, any structural changes that are happening from the Sri Lankan board or at the grassroots level, any transition that is happening so that new players of fresh talent emerge out?
No, I don't think. I don't see. Number one. Number two, this is not essentially, this disciplinary issue is only one aspect of the problem in Sri Lankan cricket. We have a whole lot of issues which have to be sort of sorted out, and it will take a lot of time, and we haven't come to a sort of a path where we will see something is happening. We haven't even started yet. We are still in a position where we are identifying the problems. The public is in a very disappointed mood. The experts are sort of flabbergasted. They are coming up with their opinions, but no solution has come out yet. I will show you one thing now. Every time, Abhishek, the board is the culprit. I would say they are the scapegoat. Here, now, Siddhartha said Sangakkara. Now, Sangakkara is one of the members on the National Sports Council in Sri Lanka, headed by Mahela Jayawardena, which is advising at the moment to the sports minister and the cricket board on the current affairs of Sri Lankan cricket. That one body, Sangakkara Mahela and National Sports Council. The other body is Technical Advisory Committee, headed by Aravinda De Silva. The members are Mutaya Muralidharan, Kumar Sangakkar, there are also Sangakkar is there, and Roshan Mahana. Then you have the cricket board. So 3 bodies are overlooking Sri Lanka's cricket. This, I would say, this tragedy or comedy is happening under these 3 bodies. Nobody can say they are not responsible. In fact, the board, the executive committee's opinion means that they are out of power. They have been elected about 2 months ago by the stakeholders, about 145 votes right throughout the country. They've been elected. Okay, there may be some sort of fishy situations in the Sri Lankan electoral system in cricket. But anyway, they have been democratically elected. They say cricket is run by outside bodies. Technical Advisory Committee. Who brought in Tom Moody? Who are making these changes? How did Kusal Janit Pereira came out of the blues and became white ball captain in Sri Lanka? Previous tour, it was Dasun Shanaka, whether it is apt or not suitable, but he had been appointed as the T20 skipper Sri Lanka. He had a visa issue, he couldn't go, so he couldn't make the trip. Next tour, without testing him as a captain, somebody else had been appointed the T20 international captain, Kusal Janit Pereira. Who made these decisions? Not the cricket board. Technical Advisory Committee and the committee headed by Mahela Jayawardena. And the minister, whenever the media asks the minister, Honorable Minister, what is happened to Sri Lanka's cricket? What he says is, I have given all the responsibility to the legends. That's his answer. So whom are we expecting the right answer? From the legends, from the minister, or from the board? Now you are talking about breach of discipline, the deterioration of Sri Lanka's cricket. There is a mess where we can't find any solution. Who is responsible? Not the board. Even the legends are responsible. Even the legends. When you say legends, Aravinda De Silva, Mahela Jayawardena, Kumar Sangakkar. They are decisive figures at the moment in Sri Lankan cricket administration. The decision making, policy making. They are the leading bodies, not the cricket board. I don't say cricket board is an innocent body, but the status quo is that. That's the situation. So this is a tricky situation. We would say people who are neutral, people who are innocent, people who have been hero worshipped are innocent. No, I would say all of them are responsible. Now Siddhartha said there were no one to fill the void created by Sangakkar and Mahela. Now Arjuna says that's Sangakkara's and Mahela's responsibility to build up the next generation, because they did the same thing when they were the seniors. They went down gradually to the lower batting order. They created the new face in the top of the order. So Dulip Roy created Arjuna and Aravind. Arjuna and Aravind created Sanath and Mavan and everybody. Then came the 2000s and Mahela and Sangakkara came up to the scene. Who was created, who was nurtured to fill their void through 15 years of cricket? Nobody. You can play every single match on top of the order and create all the records, but you as national cricketers should be responsible to look up to to see how we are going to do to maintain the same standards when we are not here, not in the structure. That's also part of the legends' responsibility, not an ordinary person's responsibility. The senior buggers who are carrying the national cricket on their shoulder, their responsibility is that. I don't want to sort of whitewash anybody. The problem has to be identified in its right way, in its right appearance. Everybody has to be responsible. They all have to get together and find an answer. Nobody's innocent here. Nobody's innocent. You can't just objectively say this is what is happening. Sangakkara can on Sky TV can objectively discuss all these things, but how now is Mike Atherton asking, you are also part of the National Sports Council, which is advising the sports minister, and why can't you tell all these things to the minister and get things rectified? Nobody's asking him. they are legends. That's all right. We are worshipping them. That's all right. We love them until the last day in our life. We love them. We worship them. There is no doubt. He's a genius. He's one of the unbelievable figures created in this island. But still, if you are doing something wrong and it is affecting the whole structure, we have to point it out.
Right. Some pinch hitting by Revata sir today, but of course it's all from the love and passion of the game, which is quite evident. But to make things light, there's another Arvinder De Silva who's playing international cricket now, but he plays for the national cricket team of Bulgaria. For that discussion for some other day. But before we end, since we're running short of time, Devshi, ये सीरीज जो होने वाली इंडिया और श्रीलंका के बीच, ये एक्साइटिंग होगी.
Can you come back again, Abhishek? I couldn't get you. You're not
Exciting,
audible.
competitive hogi. Am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is exciting होने वाली.
सिद्धार्थ जान ने जैसे पहले ही कहा कि there will be no shortage of excitement. Obviously, whenever an Indian team is playing, and obviously the big stars, means obviously you talk about the stars like Shikhar Dhawan or a Hardik Pandya or a Bhuvneshwar Kumar or a Sanju Samson. So when these stars are in action, obviously there will be people who will be glued to the TV sets and will watch it, keenly following the game. But then, as far as the competitiveness is concerned, means obviously India will definitely have an edge in the series, because on paper they are very, very strong a side. Because as is the case in the ongoing series against England, I think Sri Lanka had been just totally out of sorts. They have failed to live up to the expectations, and now that these three players are out, so they will be even weakened by their absence. So I think, but then as far as excitement is concerned, obviously whenever Indian team is playing boss, even if the Indian B team is also playing, there will be people glued to the TV sets to watch them play.
Right. So that's the bottom line, and we'll go ahead with that.
As far as the preparation is concerned for the T20 World Cup, basically the basic objective was to have a good preparation for the T20. Immediately after the Sri Lanka series, all the cricketers will be playing in the IPL. I was talking about the white ball format players, white ball specialists. So I think Abhishek. So where is Abhishek?
Yeah, you were saying something. Yeah, you're gone.
Yeah, I'm saying that it won't be an ideal preparation for the Indian team heading into that World Cup, because I think when it comes to competitiveness, means you need that you need a good. Obviously, I'm not disrespecting the Sri Lankans, but then I think with a full team, Sri Lankan strong team, means this is not the case in this series.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the bottom line, and we look forward to the series and much more excitement. And of course, let's hope that Sri Lankan cricket resurrects itself very, very soon. We look forward to that. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining in, and looking forward for another round of discussion very soon. Thank you, everyone.